Vortex, I'm trying to come up with a good angle, but it's so bright. It's so fucking bright that it pisses me off. And if you want proof, look at that. Look at that. It's like, am I being taken away? Is it time? Has my time come? That's how it feels. That's how it feels when you look at a light that fucking bright. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm doing something that I haven't done in a while. Show you. Yay, I burned them. That's exciting. This is why I'm not a housewife, you guys. Not a housewife. But it's okay. They're not that burnt. They're just a little burnt. But I'll try to stand in front of it. There's only so much I can do though, okay? Sorry. You have my pity. But yeah, I haven't done this in a while. I've had this coconut oil with you know what. I've had that for a long time, and it was just sitting in my cupboard, and I didn't do anything with it. Well, occasionally I was using it as a topical. But, I've just kind of been really, really fucking down. And, you know, I was thinking about how back in the day, I used to smoke a lot of weed. And it actually did help me for that time. And the reason why it helped me was because I was having issues just being myself in this world, you know? Because I don't know if you've noticed, but the world is pretty fucking bad, okay? And I've always had a pretty strong sense of that, you know, all my life. There's never been a time when I didn't know that. And there wasn't a time when I was like enthused about, well, anything really. I know that sounds kind of dark, like, I'm just being honest. Because, you know, people can claim all day that they like it when you're honest, but they really... God, that bothers me so much. I don't know why. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. I just really hate, like, unnecessary light. Like, it just really bothers me. My big ass head. You didn't want that, did you? Well, you got it anyway. Well, okay. Yeah, so there's something I've just been reflecting on. Yeah, I've always been right to reject the world. And so when I discovered cannabis, it was like such a godsend, because I felt like finally there's this plant that understands my inability to relate to the motherfuckers here. And it kind of like allowed me to have this relationship with myself that, and I'm not saying that I can't have it without it. It's just that, I don't know. For a lot of people, I would say, like, for normal people, like, if they do drugs, it, like, puts them in an altered state. Puts them in this, like, weird state of mind with, like, themselves, and, like, they're paranoid, and they're, like, you know, obsessed with, you know, how they're being perceived, and like they're hyper conscious of things that they weren't conscious of before, you know. But to a person like me that's always been like hyper conscious and like, you know, just on high alert all the damn time, it's like it almost seems like we're lucky to have some kind of way to be able to feel a little bit better about, you know, our place in the world. I don't know if I'm just making excuses. Maybe I am. Well, because I know that I bitch about people taking medication and everything. Well, there's a huge difference between taking medication versus, like, taking drugs sometimes. Because, like, the medication, there's a reason why you're supposed to take it every day. It's because, like, it's supposed to, like, stay in your system, you know? Well, marijuana will stay in your system 30 days after you use it. So I just feel like I can't. Hold on a second. I just feel like I'm at this weird, like, precipice right now. And I don't know what to do about it. I really don't. And so it just kind of makes sense that I would go with something that I've gone along with before, that worked before. And because I'm in this transitional period, I guess, I'm hoping that it'll reveal something to me that I need to see. I don't know. I feel like that's the only reason to do drugs. Because there's no escape. There's no escape from any of this. It is what it is, you know? I hate that saying, but it's so true.
And I have to tell it myself because like this whole channel, that's what it is. Like you're only as sick as your secrets, right?
But the thing is, to be mental ill is to have that other life that you're living, you know? Like, we're always living in this other world that, like, we've created. And so I feel like what I do artistically, it's a reflection of my disgust with this world and the other world that I've created to live in this one. So now I'm listening to crazy fucking tribal African music from the 70s. But you know, I've just been thinking a lot about, like, experiences that I had when I was a lot younger and how this world was a lot different, but at the same time, like, everything changes. The weed changed. If that's not proof that everything changes, I don't know what is. I'm thinking of mixing it with CBD. Thing is, I can't find CBD flower anywhere. The reason they don't sell it, I went to my local corner store. They said, yeah, it doesn't sell. I'm like, of course it does, because everybody's a fucking drug addict. They didn't like that. But the thing is, like, I don't want to go to a damn mental institution. Even though I'm sure plenty of people in the vortex believe that I should be in one. Hi, honey. What, are you trying to, like, second that? Like, yeah, you belong in a mental institution, bitch. I'll live with you. I'll live with you. I see what you do. She's so pretty, isn't she? She says, I'm so pretty, a pit bull would eat me if he could. Yeah, that's true. They feel the same way about children. Anyway. Okay. Where am I going to put you, Vortex? Over here. That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's pretty good. Try not to burn this batch. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I have a hard time believing that it's us that's the problem. Like, I've been writing about so many things, and this is not an attempt to toot my own horn, okay, or blare my siren as I call it. What? What do you want? You want a fucking mushroom? No, you don't, bitch. You don't like mushrooms. Shut the fuck up. Anyway. They can take the verbal abuse, okay? Because that's all they do is verbally abuse everybody around them. But, see, she just ran away. She ran away from that mushroom. She didn't like it. She meows because she doesn't know what something is and she thinks she wants it. She gets excited for no reason at all. Okay. Hold on a second. Hey, man. Oh, it's a Birch Lane. Okay. All right, bye. It's so life, y'all. You should try it. Somebody's paying me a visit. Oh, anyway. Yeah, so the point that I was trying to make before I was rudely interrupted is that God created us. We live in this world, and this world is a bunch of bullshit. And so it's constantly loading us up with bullshit, you know? Bullshit thoughts about the world itself, but also about our identity. There's just so much that we think about now that we didn't think about, you know, hundreds of years ago. And it's like, I feel like I'm right to be dysfunctional, you know? I feel like I'm right to have the reaction to the world that I do. And so I guess that's why I'm like, well, what's wrong with trying to, like, go back into my mind and, like, figure things out? Like, what's wrong with that? And why is, like, using a plant to try to understand oneself and, you know, make sense out of this shit world? Like, why is that sinful? Why is that considered wrong? I mean, I can understand, like, when it gets to a point where it's controlling you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and that's precisely the problem with it, and that's something I'm wrestling with. But I don't know, man. I'm just a real thinky, feely kind of person, and I don't need drugs to give me additional thoughts. You know, I feel like that's what happens to normal people. They become conscious and it freaks them out. Well, to a conscious person, yeah, it's like a relief. But I don't know, maybe I'm just making excuses. Let me know.